Very good morning to all of you students. I hope you are doing well. So students, in today's live session, we are going to study about modal verbs. Okay, so this is our today's topic. So let's start today's topic, students. So here, we'll start with the definition, student. First, we'll understand what is modal verbs. Okay, so let's understand this one point here, student. See, you all can see this. I have written here that a special type of auxiliary verb. Okay, we know so many auxiliary verbs, student, that we have used in tenses. Okay, and exactly same modal verbs are also auxiliary verbs that we are going to use with the other main verbs. Okay, see this, they alter or complete the meaning of the main verb. Okay, so what is the purpose of modal verbs? What is the use of modal verbs, student? Basically the purpose is to complete the meaning of the main verb or to alter the main verb. Okay, the meaning is to, their purpose is to complete the meaning of the main verb. Now let's see. So what are their function and what are the places or what are the situation where we can use modal verbs, student, that we are also having here. So it basically expresses ideas such as capacity, possibility, and obligation and suggestions, okay, permission. So these are the places, these are the purposes in which we can use these modal verbs, students. Okay, now before we start different modal verbs, student, we'll see few rules of this. Okay, so the first point we are having here, student, do not change their form of according to the number and person of their subject. Students, like in tense, we change the helping verbs, we change the auxiliary verb. According to the auxiliary verb, we change the subject. Okay, so there we have different subject, and according to that we use auxiliary verbs. But here we have this benefit, we don't need to change it, it will remain same only with all the subject. Okay, so that's why we have written this point, the number and the person of their subject, it will not change. Okay, in the modal verbs. Now let's see the second point, student, here, the second slide. So these are the different modal verbs, student, I have for you, but we'll all learn them, we'll discuss them. But before this, we'll continue with the rules only. Now this is the structure, student. Okay, how to use modal verbs in the sentence. Okay, this we'll understand by this structure, student. Now see, as we have structured or formula in tense also, we are having here also. So first we'll start with subject. In a to frame a sentence, first you will put subject. Okay, and then after that you will put modal verb. And after the modal verb, as it is an auxiliary verb, so we all know the auxiliary verb comes after the subject, and then we have to put the main verb of the sentence. Okay, so then you will put main verb here and then complement, that means the rest of the sentence you will put. Okay, now let's see here, student, I have few sentences for you. I must go to sleep. So now see, in this sentence, I is subject. Okay, we don't need to care about that first person, second person, we have to put which auxiliary verb. No, here we can put these auxiliary verb with all the subjects. Okay, it will not change their form will not change, students. Okay, so I must go to sleep. Go is the main verb here, and then complement, the rest of the subject is you have to put. Okay, now see the next sentence, they should eat some food. Okay, they should eat some food. So they is subject here, should is an auxiliary verb here, eat is your main verb. Eat is your main verb, and then complement. Now student, you can see in all these examples I have used only main verbs first form. Okay, I have used only main verbs first form. Why? This we'll understand here. So see, it is written here, use the basic form or infinitive of the main verb after the modal verbs. Okay, so we will only use. Okay, so here in the modal verb sentences, in modal verbs, student, we will only use the infinitive or the main verbs first form. Okay, that means the root verb, that only you will use here. Okay, and see, student, here you will use bare infinitive. Now what is bare infinitive? Basically the infinitive verbs are, we use to and then first form of verb, but here we will only use bare infinitive, that is just first form of the verb, you will not put to here. Okay, you will not put to here, students, so bare infinitive we will use here, and you can see in all the main verbs you will only put first form of verb only. Okay, now let's see the next point, student, here. here we have a rule, student. Here let's understand this, what it is explaining. Modal verbs do not add s or es to the third person singular. Student, like in present simple tense, okay, so in present simple tense we place s or es according to the subject, okay, but here we will not put s or es. Okay, so modal verbs do not add s or es to the third person singular. Third person singular, he, she, it, any name, singular noun. So even with the third person singular, we will not put s or es whenever we are using the modal verbs in the sentence. So see the example I have for you. He can swim. Okay, so he can swim. He is the subject here. Can and can, a modal verb which I have used here, and then swim, which is your complement, main verb. Okay, there is no complement, main verb. Now see, this sentence is only correct if I write this sentence, he can swim, then it will be incorrect. Okay, he is third person singular, and if I put s with can, student, then it will be incorrect. So what it is telling us that we don't need to put s or es in third person singular subject. Okay, so we'll just simply write he can swim, he can speak English, okay, birds can fly. Okay, so you don't need to put s or es with these modal verbs, student. Okay, now let's move on to the next rule which we have here. Alright, so now this next point we have, student, here let's understand modal verbs don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question based sentences. Okay, so student, like tenses, we use different auxiliary verbs to frame question based sentences or the negative forms. Okay, but here in this modal verbs we don't need to worry about this, it will remain the same only. Let's understand. If I say she should stay, okay, so she is subject here, should is the modal verb here, and then stay is your main verb's first form. So she should stay. Okay, if I frame the same sentence into negative, so how will I frame this sentence? Okay, I will not write, a student, that she doesn't should stay, then it will be incorrect sentence. Okay, so that's why I've written here we don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question based sentences, because these modal verbs are itself auxiliary verbs. Okay, they are itself auxiliary verbs, so we don't require any other auxiliary verb in that particular sentence. So if I write she doesn't should stay, then it will be incorrect. Okay, that's an incorrect sentence. I need to write she shouldn't stay. Okay, if I need to frame the negative of this sentence, she should stay, so how will I frame? She should not stay. This is the contraction form I have written here, she shouldn't stay. Okay, if I will write this way, then it will be incorrect. Now let's see the question based sentences, students. Why should she stay? Okay, the sentence is why should she stay? That is a question mark, that is an interrogative sentence I have framed here. Okay, why should she stay is the correct sentence. If I will use it, why does should she stay here? Okay, then it will be incorrect. Okay, so this does or any other do or any other did, any other auxiliary verb is not required here, because these modal verbs are itself auxiliary verbs. So if we need to frame the negative forms, we'll frame it as she shouldn't stay. Okay, why should she stay? Okay, so with the particular modal verb only we'll place negative sense not. Okay students, I hope this point is clear to you. Now we'll see the C point. Modal verbs don't have infinitives or ing forms. Okay, so what does it mean that modal verbs don't have infinitive or ing form? Okay, in tense we use the ing form, which is a present participle form of verb, student. Okay, if we write come, and if we are framing the present continuous tense, so we'll write I am coming. Okay, so I have put ing with come. Okay, that is the present participle, but here I cannot write canning. Okay, if I am writing that she can swim, so I will not write she canning swim. Okay, that will be incorrect. So we don't put here ing. Okay, second point is that I have already explained that we use bare infinitive, student, that means the root form of main verb. Okay, we use bare infinitive, which is the root form of main verb. We don't use we don't have infinitives here. That means basically the infinitives are to then main verb's first form. So we don't use to here, we use bare infinitives, student. That means simple first form of verb, which is root form of verb. Okay. Now let's see this structure in the tree position, student, which I have placed here for you. Now see, it's written modal verbs, and different purposes of modal verbs are here as permission, obligation, advice, conditional, certainty, possibility and ability. Okay, and you can see the branches, the different modal verbs are placed here according to their purpose, according to their function. Okay, more than one modal can play a same function, more than one modal can play the same quality. Okay, they have the same feature. So that's why I've written here. See here, student, permission, if I'm talking about, so I can use with permission I can use may and can, both, depending on the situation, depending upon the purpose. Okay, but I can't use mustn't and can't with this permission. Okay, exactly same we have here advice. So to show the advice in a sentence, I can use should and ought to. Okay, with the different function, with the different purposes, but I can't use oughtn't to and shouldn't. Okay, now let's see here, student, to show the condition in a sentence, I can use will and would here. Okay, and here we have certainty. So to show the certainty, student, we can use these two points, must and should. Now must and should play different role here, student. See, 100% sure and quite sure. When you're 100% sure and you're showing some certainty in a sentence, okay, then you will use this must modal verb. And when you're quite sure, okay, so then you will use this should. Now see this here, possibility. When we are talking about the possibility, so these 3 points, we have 3 different modal verbs we have here: could, might, may. Okay, and when we talk about the ability, okay, so for that we can use could in past and can in present to show the ability, students. Okay, so these are the different modal verbs and their purposes. We'll discuss all these in detail also, students. Alright, so this is the first modal verb, student. We'll start here. Okay, we'll begin with can, student. Now what is the purpose of can? It is written here, one of the most commonly used modal in English. It can express ideas such as capacity, permission, request, ability. Okay, these are the purpose, these are the features of this modal can. Okay, we can use it when we are showing capacity, when we are showing permission, okay, or when we are showing request or ability of someone or something. Okay, now we will understand by some examples here, student. See the first example I have written here. I can dance very well. Okay, if I say that I can dance very well, first I'll explain the structure. See the structure, student. I have used the subject I here, then I have used the modal verb, which is can here, and then main verb's first form I have used, the root form. Okay, and then the complement, the rest of the sentence is here. Now let's understand this sentence, I can dance very well. So what is this sentence showing? It is showing my ability. Okay, that I am having the ability to dance well. Okay, so that's why we have used can, because this is the purpose of can modal. When we show the ability, when we show capability, when we show permission, there we use this can modal, and the sentence is exactly showing the same thing. It is showing the ability of someone, it is showing the ability. If I say that Sheena can dance very well, so it is showing the ability of Sheena, that she can dance well, she has the ability to dance well. Okay, that's her quality. Okay, now next is she can speak French. Okay, so it is showing the capacity or the capability that the person is having the capability to speak French also. Okay, so she can speak French. Now student, mark my words here and see this also. I have used third person singular she here with this modal verb can, and I am not using any s or es here. Okay, I am not using any s or es here, so we don't use s or es while any subject we are using. Okay, with any subject the forms, the modal verbs form, they don't change. Okay, so she can speak French. The person, the girl is having the capacity or the capability to speak French. Okay, so in such situation, in such purposes, we use this can modal. Okay, now let's see this one. Now see the third sentence, student. He can come in now. Okay, so he can come in now. So what it is showing? It is showing permission for someone. That person can come in now. Okay, so this can also be used to show the permission or to give permission, to grant permission. So what we are doing here, we are granting permission to someone that he can come in now, you can come in now. Okay, so we can use this can modal here. Okay, because we are showing the permission here. Now next we have, can you lend me your pen please? Can you lend me your pen please? So now see this, student, we are asking a question here. So this is a question based sentence. Can you lend me your pen please? In this also I didn't use any other auxiliary verb. I am using just can only here. Okay, so can you lend me your pen? So this sentence is showing request, student. Okay, you're requesting to someone, you're asking for something. Okay, and you're asking that can you lend me your pen? So this is showing the request. Okay, can you lend me some money? Okay, can I borrow your books? So if I say that can I borrow your books, so the same sentence is showing the permission. You're asking to someone that can I borrow your books? Okay, so in that also the same that sentence also is showing the permission. So to show the permission we can use this can modal. Okay, students, now see the last sentence. Can you hand me the stapler? Okay, see the stapler is very kept far from you and you are asking to someone that can you hand me the stapler. So this is also showing request. Okay, you're requesting to someone that can you please hand me the stapler. So in such situation we use this can modal. These are the function, these are the purposes to use this can modal, student. Okay, now let's see this one example which I have for you. What can birds do? Okay, so again this sentence, what can birds do? One boy is asking the question. Okay, so we can understand that this is a question based sentence. So what can birds do? It's asking what are the qualities of birds. Okay, what are the ability or capabilities of birds, what they can do. So what can birds do? The other girl is replying they can fly. Okay, they can fly. So this sentence is showing the quality or the features of the bird. Okay, that birds can fly, they have the quality, they have the ability to fly. Okay, so they can fly. Now student, I hope you all understood this can modal. Okay, now we'll see the next modal here, student. Now next we have, student, could. So could is basically we use to show the past form. This is the past form of can. Okay, now let's see what are the function of this could modal, student. It is written here, it expresses possibility, past ability as well as suggestions and request. Okay, so student, can modals we have used to show the ability, okay, in general and present time, but this could modal we use to show the ability of past. Okay, that means past abilities as well as suggestions and request. Okay, now let's see few example here, students. Extreme rain could cause the river to flood the city. Okay, this sentence is showing possibility. Okay, what this sentence is showing? It is showing the possibility that extreme rain could cause the river to flood the city. So we have the possibility, if it would rain very heavily, then flood can come. Okay, so this sentence is showing possibility, student. So here we have used this could. So I have written here, we can use could modal with the possibility to show the possibilities in a sentence. Okay, now let's see the second sentence, student, here. John could run very fast when he was younger. So now see this sentence. If I say that John can run very fast, so I am showing his present ability or general ability. But if I say that John could run very fast when he was younger, Okay, so I'm saying that when he was younger at that time, okay, he had the ability to run fast. Okay, so I'm showing the past ability here, student. That's why I've written here John could run very fast when he was younger. So that is his past ability. He is not having this ability. He's not having the quality to run fast now. He used to run fast. Okay, now let's see the next point here, student. We could go to an ice cream parlor or stay home and watch a movie. Okay, so this sentence is showing suggestion that we could go to an ice cream parlor or stay home and watch a movie. We have a suggestion, you are giving someone to suggestion that you could go to an ice cream parlor and you can stay home and watch a movie. So this sentence is showing suggestion. So you can use it in your daily life to give suggestion to someone. Okay, now next and last we have here, could I use your cell phone for a moment? So you are requesting to someone, could I use your cell phone? Okay, so to ask to take someone's request also, could I use your cell phone for a moment? This you can use. So you can use this in your daily life, student, that could I take your phone? Okay, could I take your bottle? Could I take your pen? So these sentences you can use to, in request sentences. Okay, now let's see this one sentence here. I can speak 4 languages. So what this sentence is showing, the person, this girl is having the quality, is having the ability to speak 4 languages. Okay, that's why she has used here, I can speak 4 languages. Okay, she has the capacity to speak 4 languages. And now this boy, I could ride a bike by the time I was 5. So see the difference, student. This can shows the present ability, the general abilities, and this could shows the past abilities. Now this boy is saying here that I could ride a bike by the time I was 5. When he was at the age of 5, he could ride bike easily. Okay, so this sentence is showing past ability, this is showing present ability. Okay, this is the difference, student, between can and could. Okay, now we'll take the next point here. So student, I have a chart for you which is showing more sentences of could. So let's see here. Ability, this we have already discussed. Ability of past ability. So we have few more example here. I could play guitar when I was a child. Okay, so when I was a child, not now, when I was a child, I could play guitar. Okay, I had that ability to play guitar when I was child. So I could play guitar. Now see, possibility of past. So past possibility also we can show through this could modal verb. A lot of crime could be prevented. Okay, so many crime happened, so we can say that in past to show the past possibility that a lot of crime could be prevented. Okay, now see students, I'm not using any other verb here. Okay, I'm just using could. I don't put any SED or anything with the modal verbs. Okay, now see the next one, permission. For a polite permission, you're asking a permission. Okay, in just a polite way, we can use this. Could we go home now? Okay, so you're asking permission that could we go home now? Okay, now to show the request, student, a polite request, you can use this could here. Could you lend me this book? Okay, could you lend me this book? So you are requesting to someone in a very polite way, could you lend me this book? Could you lend me this pen? Okay, so in that purpose also we can use this could modal verbs, student. Now to show the suggestion also we can use could. Okay, I could help you with English. I could help you with English. This sentence is showing suggestion. Okay, you are offering a suggestion, you are giving a suggestion to someone. Okay, or you are offering a help to someone that I could help you with English. Now next and last we have here conditional of can. Okay, in condition of can also we can use this could modal, student. I could visit many places if I had more money. Okay, so I could visit many places if I had more money. This is showing the condition of can. Okay, the condition of present. Okay, if I could have money, I could visit so other places as well. Okay, so I could visit many places if I had money. If I had money, then I could visit. So this sentence is showing in present time. Okay, so this sentence is showing the condition of can, student. Okay, now this much only in this chart, student. So this is the next modal, student, but we'll discuss it in our next class. We'll wind up today's session here only, student, and we'll take the rest of the modal verbs in the next session. So till then, student, you all please study the modal verbs and find out the different examples, and we'll discuss it in the next class. Have a good day to all of you, and happy Independence Day to all. Thank you, everyone.